Talk That Talk TV, we back again.
Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Bringing you reactions, reviews and slick recaps. Join the conversation, no time for mishaps. Trends will uncover, every beat devoured with fresh insights and energy will never tire. From pop culture to the latest in the game, dive in with us. You want to stake your claim, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Talk That Talk Media. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media.
What's up, TDT crew? It's your girl Tika. And EJ in here somewhere, y'all. What's good, everybody? We are here for another Sunday book club. Okay, EJ, talk to the people.
Hey, yeah, I was muted. I was like really talking. I'm like, and it's EJ. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. But how's everybody doing? Like, how's everybody hanging with this cold weather in some areas and the snow and everything that's going on?
Where we going, girl? I've been in the house.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We snowed in. We are snowed in. So,
wow.
Give me some
drinking my hot drinks and staying inside. Yep, drinking my hot drinks, staying inside.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I mean, being snowed in is not always a bad thing. You know, you got the opportunity to read your book, read a book, finish a book, you know what I mean? If you don't have, anything else really, really going on. So with that being said, y'all, we are here on this book club Sunday, Ruthless Junkies book club. Listen, we're here to finish up Curtis Duncan, Bounty Hunter, chapter 31. All the way to episode, chapter 42. Listen, I'm continuously calling this thing an episode. I'm continually calling it a movie. I'm continually calling it a series. I can't help it. That's just what it feels like to me. But any final thoughts, you guys? Because we're wrapping this thing up. Any final thoughts on the book at this point? And I just want to go kick it on out there. We're gonna address some of the chapters, but we're not gonna go chapter by chapter. Any specific moments that stuck out for any of you guys? And we can do Letitia, Miss Kira, EJ.
Okay, so first of all, hey y'all, Happy New Year. I'm back. I had to take a break. Hey out there, y'all. See people in the chat. So, okay, I was really surprised that we lost Mr. Smooth, Johnny Boy, because I really thought it was going to end up being like, okay, a battle of the two of them. But that was a shock to me, to find out that after all of that, them putting together the plan, they find in the back room and all that sort of thing, just for him to get set up, just for Curtis to get set up. That was a big twist for me. I did not expect that. And then it made me think like, okay, well then who else is like, who else could be behind this? And then the thing that annoyed me was that it's just irritating that people that look like us always end up being the pawns. And I was like really irritated by that. So yeah. Okay. Those are my thoughts.
Well, we wrote the book though, so
I know, but still, I was just like,
I feel
everybody in my eyes in the book was black anyway. Okay, there was no others in the book. Everybody was black, so it was black on black.
Initially, I thought that though. I mean, I read like that generally speaking, but I think it also I feel like it followed the formula of follow the rich white man, and so that's where you find all of the corruption, and that's where we ended up, in my opinion. So that's why I was like, yeah, no, they're not us.
They're not like us. They're not like us.
I mean, sometimes it be your own people though. So
True.
I kept my cast still all black in my and we in like DC area too. Not that there's only brown folks there, but
Gotcha. We in the chocolate city.
I just left saying if we're not going to get another Curtis book, then we got to get a Lauren book the way we left off, because we need continuation, tie some things up, and then move along to something else. So, and then definitely either a series or a movie. But I enjoyed the book as a whole.
Okay. All right, y'all. And before we continue with EJ, we do have one more individual I got to bring in here. Let me figure out how to fix this little layout right quick. Give me just a second. Let me see. Hold on. Anyway, we'll let EJ go while I'm working on this layout. EJ, any overall thoughts on the book in a whole?
Yeah, I mean the book was good. I really enjoyed it. I loved the twist. I was sad to see Johnny Boy go, because why did Johnny Boy have to go? I just didn't understand that. Because I really like that character actually. So I wasn't too happy about that part. But other than that, I did like Lauren showing up. Like, I thought that was dope. I enjoyed that part of it. And yeah, I mean, overall though, I thought it was a good read. I liked it. I was vibing.
Absolutely. And lastly, what about you, Monique? Any final thoughts overall on the book itself?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like you just said, we didn't want Johnny Boy to go, but I wanted the Wimbush to go, but he got a lifetime to think about, sit and think, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people where he gonna be locked up at want some get back on him. So enjoy that. But I enjoyed it, and we got a hitter on the loose, so I can't wait to see what happened next with that in the next book.
Hey, okay. All right. So at some point I'm gonna get this whole layout thing together. I should have thought about this before we got started. Because I thought we had one already done, but clearly we don't. But anyway, we got to talk about Big Santana. What y'all think about Santana? Because Santana is literally in his feelings, y'all. And this is coming from the 31st. I'm about to say the 31st chapter, like it's the Bible. But this is coming from it is the 31st chapter, actually. But what are y'all thoughts on Santana? Because he's literally in his feelings. Johnny Boy was the one that took care of him. He brought him into this whole lifestyle, and now he's gone. So we can start with Monique, and then Miss Kira, and then Letitia. Any thoughts? EJ, of course, on Santana.
Yeah, Santana, I mean, like he said, he has the right to be in his feelings because, Johnny Boy is the one who really put him on, getting some money, like, get on his hustle on, because he said he snatched him off the corners and stuff like that, off the streets, and, somewhat made him legitimate, somewhat, but yeah, and have people like, fearful of him, like made him have a street cred, basically. And but he said he was watching that black and white grainy video and it skipped 10 seconds. I'm like, you ain't gonna put two and two together. But I mean, hey, you just good as a guard dog, basically. I guess you don't have the brain, so there's that.
Damn.
I mean, it skipped jump 10 seconds. Like, that don't look funny to you, but hey.
I got you. You would think that that would kick in, like, dang, something is not quite right. Like, why all of this footage that we have. And then another thing that threw me off real quick with Santana is like, if you saw where the bullet basically hit, how is it? Because Curtis was super close. Did you see him pull his blicky and pop? Like, did you see him pull back from any kind of recoil? Like how how you missing that? So again, he might be all muscle and no brain. Monique.
Yes.
Miss Kira. Or did I say Letitia? I'm sorry. You know, I'm so messed up right now.
I was gonna say I can't remember. Again, my sentiments exactly. I don't know why he didn't put the 10 seconds of the tape together. I get why he was upset, but I was like, I was laughing when he was like, how did he just walk in here just smooth, and like, where was the rest of the people? I'm like, yeah, these are things to think about, because y'all got it like Fort Knox. And how did he just mosey on in here, take all y'all out? I mean, we know how, but he didn't know how. So, he was thinking, but then the 1 + 1 wasn't equaling 2, and the 10 seconds was missing, and then he was in this position, and so he had to be specifically told later. But I got why he was upset.
Yeah.
Well, initially I just reserved comment at first because I don't trust number twos. So I thought for sure we were gonna find out at some point that maybe he has something to do with it. And so yeah, I think he got thrown into being the number one. And I felt like he was like, okay, I know I have to step up and do this or whatever. But he still just was not ready. Because like Monique said, like, why did you not put 2 and 2 together? That something must be off. Because if Curtis was really going to take him out, he didn't need to wait to get to the tunnel to take him out. If that's what he was just going to do. You know what I'm saying? He literally walked up. He was bold enough to walk right there in front of y'all. He could have just took him out in front of y'all if that was the case. And
Right.
so him not thinking about that is just freaking crazy to me. But the other thing too is that why do you not? You knew what Johnny Boy, you knew that he had an alt, an issue with Winbush. Why wouldn't you automatically suspect Winbush? That sounds crazy. Why would it be the bounty hunter?
Right.
Again, it's just he just doing their job. You know what I'm saying? But you should know that the background came from, follow what they say, follow the rich men. That's what they say. So
yeah, they say follow the money.
Follow the money.
Follow the red.
Unless he was thinking that he hired Curtis as the bounty hunter to take him out, but the series of events still just didn't add up.
Right.
I don't remember Santana saying Winbush's name. I really don't. So it was more of what he saw on that green, black and white footage that skipped 10 seconds. I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Santana, he probably done got hit one too many times. We don't know exactly what it is, but I did think that was weird that he didn't initially think like maybe this is somebody else, or he didn't think about the whole video situation. Like he wasn't number 2 in at this point for me. Like you need to be on your toes and be really thinking about what's going on. And does that really make sense? Like, so I just feel like he just jumped to the quickest conclusion and believed what the reports were being said instead of following. But then again, a lot of times criminals don't. Like they don't follow. They don't they go for what the easiest answer is. He's the one who took him out of here, so he has to be the one who pow. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it was more on something like that, but
and it just goes to show why you're the number 2.
Exactly.
Because you should be thinking like the number 1, even if you are the number 2. Just know your place. But
exactly.
Right.
That's the same.
By Santana.
Right. Yeah. Santana, he clearly, again, I know I can't say so much about Santana. He might not be all the way there. We're gonna get a little bit further into saying, okay, I'm in action now. I need to call the bros. I need to call the rest of the Getty gang. We need to get together and get back over to into the cigar club. But Simeon was like, we can't go back over there. The police are still there, so they haven't cleared the scene yet. So we definitely can't go back over to the cigar club. I forgot the name of it, of course, but we can't go back over there. And so he also puts in a code. How many remember the code to the safe? Anybody to the safe?
Johnny Boy's birthday or something?
In my brain, I'm gonna just tell y'all.
It was a birthday.
Yeah,
it was a birthday.
Yeah.
But
so when we picture Johnny Boy, right, yeah, it was his birthday. 8:45.
I was like, was he 45?
We got some buffering situations going on. No, he was born in 45.
I mean, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I was like, dang.
Yeah, I said that too.
Yeah. That would make him old.
Yeah.
That would make him a little older than what I thought. So that clarified.
I had to recast it.
I forgot that part. My casting is all messed up.
And that's okay, but that just for me, that just clarified, who we dealing with. We dealing with somebody with some seniority. Moving right along though, y'all. Lauren and Mama Nene, Auntie Nene are over there like, oh no, where is my Curtis? Where is my Curtis? Curtis ain't picking up the phone. And Lauren is like, listen, he's always answering for me, so something is not quite right. So listen, Lauren got the green light, y'all. Lauren got the green light. Mama said, go do it. So I'm gonna go do it. So Lauren packs up her bag, only packs enough clothes for like 2 days, gets her tools, gets her ID, gets everything she needs. So we see that Lauren is going to be headed to DC from Waycross, Georgia. Now keep in mind, y'all, I would say Waycross, Georgia is literally at the bottom of Georgia. So it's going to take her a good 8+ hours to get to DC. But we're going to hold on for Lauren, and we're going to pray that she make it there just in time, to do what she needs to do for Santana, or for Jesus, not for Santana, for Curtis. So any thoughts on, Lauren trying to make her way, and understanding that now I know my brother told me not to come and be involved in this situation, but now I really need him, or now he really needs me.
All she needed was her mama said it. That was enough for me.
Exactly. I was like, okay.
She was ready to head out last couple of chapters. She was like, bet. Now I can really get on with the get on.
Okay. She wanted to be down anyway, so this is the opening, and
Yeah.
Right.
He is her brother, so that's the last thing you want to hear.
Right.
Yep.
You'll see that your brother faces plastered over the news like he unalive someone. Now he's being hunted by the whole city.
Yeah. But I love that she's cognizant enough to know that my brother's face being plastered on this TV, that's not my brother. That's not who he is. That's not what he does. And plus, he don't get caught. He don't get caught slipping at all. So something has to be wrong in this situation. So yeah, I love that. But in the meantime, while everybody is pulling up on somebody, we had Curtis to pull up on Reynard, and then we had Maya to pull up on Curtis. So Letitia, talk to us about, when Curtis pulled over on Reynard and was like, tell me what's up. Any thoughts and any reactions to that moment?
Yeah, because it made him look like, especially when he couldn't get in touch with him after everything started going down, it made Ray look like he was Mr. Shady Boots. And I was thinking, like, that can't be right. And I was praying, I'm like, no, Ray, please don't be that. Please don't be that man.
Right.
Because, like, you called him specifically for this job. But I did think it was suspicious when the senator didn't want the person revealed who was paying the bounty. He didn't want that revealed. That was kind of weird. And the fact that Ray even took it, knowing that could be the case too, it's like, you can't. The fact that the Windbush brought up Curtis's name in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, how did he get that information? And then when he asked Ray, or when Ray asked him about it, he did not give him, I just read about him. I feel like next time Ray needs to do his due diligence and vet out his stuff first before he send it over to Curtis, because he kind of lightweight set him up. I mean, not on purpose, obviously, but I mean, he put him in harm's way.
He indirectly set him up. I agree.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I agree.
Yep. Anybody else? Any thoughts on Reynard and Curtis? Because I ain't gonna lie, the whole time I just knew Reynard had done set up Curtis, and I was ready to cut. Last week I was ready to put him in a little box and send him back
Same.
to Waycross. Okay,
Me
so
too.
Same.
I'm glad he tried
Mhm.
to prove his point. I'm glad he tried to prove himself of this goal, these last few moments of this book.
He was calm too when Curtis approached him. Like he understand like how it would look, cause like they was the only one who know that he said he did tell Wimbush
Right.
of their movement, every movement when they was about to go and get Johnny Boy. So that's what's his mistake. So I was like, oh goodness. And he and what's his name? Wimbush is the one who asked for Curtis and put $1 million. Like what senator got $1 million in their back pocket?
It's
Like
sad.
senator ain't making that money.
Thank you. Just wrong all the way around.
All right.
Yeah.
For real. So Miss Kira,
Yes.
Santana, listen, Santana and Simeon, they got an intricate plot. Listen, I know. Let's see who this Curtis Duncan is. Okay, we got images, and then we also got images of Curtis Duncan walking with this woman. Who is this woman? Okay, we find out that this woman is Maya. And so, okay, so the best way to get to Curtis Duncan, we know, because it looked like they're kind of close and they're comfortable walking together. Let's snatch her behind up, and then that's how we'll draw him out. So what did you think about, first of all, Santana and Simeon's plot, and then Maya taking her little fast behind over there to Jake Thomas' office and finding herself in a bad situation?
Now Maya was gonna go on and get to work when she done left her boo-boo Curtis. So she was about to tip over there and getting some stuff. I wasn't mad at them for considering their position, targeting Maya to get to Curtis. It made sense. But at the same time, I'm gonna need one of y'all, Simeon, preferably you, grainy footage, you the tech guy, to find the rest of the information. So let Santana go over there and do whatever with Maya and get that information. But you need to be doing your due diligence also, because clearly it wasn't him. But I get why that's the route that they went. And like I said, Maya was going to find herself in something. And at first, I thought she was going to be, I know she wasn't trained, but I thought somehow she was going to be trained and she was going to put up a fight. And she didn't, but
She said she took some classes, but it actually failed her.
Yeah, because she went,
especially when that cloth came out, the cloth for the chemicals.
Yeah,
I'm like, girl,
that chloroform or either ether, whichever one it was, it's a whole other different animal. It'll take a strong man. It'll take the strongest man down to the ground.
Yeah.
So she done got herself in a predicament. EJ, was you calling your cousin Curtis Duncan to come help his girl? Like, bruh, do you know where your woman at? Because he sure enough in the next chapter was looking for her. He had been calling and couldn't find her.
Yeah, I just thought it was crazy that she took her behind over there. I was like, see, told you to stay low key. Told you not to be getting involved. Like, you just supposed to do the research. I don't need you to go actually infiltrate and then try to get up and like you're doing too much. I was like, I already knew something was gonna happen with her eventually because she just busybody couldn't sit still.
Right. But Monique, did you think she proved herself to be useful? Even though she ended up getting snatched up, she did find that folder that had Johnny Boy's name on it, and it had pretty much everything they kind of needed to know in regards to the connection with Wimbush and Johnny Boy.
Yeah, I mean, she did good. She thought quicker on her toes when it came to the person, some man coming in. She like, either I can go do this door or that door, and she went through the side door, and then she couldn't take the elevator, so she just took the stairs and went down 3 steps at a time. I'm like, good, and she had it all mapped out, planned out, kind of well. Right. Like she tried to hide her car and stuff, but I guess she didn't see that camera. But when Curtis found her car and he saw the camera, I'm like, okay, girl, you didn't do too great on that, but okay, I see. It was like an A for effort, like you know what I'm saying,
right.
like
Right.
Yeah, but she was bold to go walk in the Winbush office to go through his files, and she was kind of low key smart when she was fingering through them, even though she had to make a last minute decision to either she couldn't snap the picture, so she had to take the file. So,
right. Yeah, that whole thing, she was definitely quick on her feet. However, honey, you went out the listen. Why are you there, Maya? That's all I can say, Maya. I understand you're trying to get information, but girl, you're just as you don't I guess she didn't think. For me, I'm gonna just say this, and anybody else can chime in, but I don't think that she thought that she was gonna be targeted. Maybe because she don't think people know the connection between her and Curtis. But they got her.
I mean, when she was going to her car, she was shaking. I'm like, how you bold enough to go in that man's office and go through his file, but when you get to the damn car, you up there shaking. Like, girl.
That's because she heard them footsteps creeping up behind her.
Ready and tow.
You almost think though that she this would be commonplace for her. Like, you know, she's a journalist that seeks out high profile stuff. So why wouldn't you, girl? You should have your own bodyguard, as far as I'm concerned. And the other thing though was that I thought she did fine. You know, she made a mistake, but she did get the goods. But I was looking at it more like the GD boys, or they the ones not on point, because why you leave her car? Why you leave her? The file got the man's name on it. You didn't even bother taking the girl's phone. I mean,
they were about getting Curtis. They were about getting Curtis.
And literally the stuff was just sitting there in the car, just waiting to be discovered. And so I look at them with the side eye, like, see, that's what happens when the number twos ain't ready.
That's another strike, Letitia.
Yes, it is.
The 10-second skip of the video, and then you see this folder with Johnny Boy name in bold letters right there, and you leave it.
It. That is crazy. You left the phone where it's on still. I'm just like, y'all ain't ready. Y'all don't know what y'all doing.
Nope. They was like, grab the girl and get out of there. That's it. That's all they had. They had nothing else. No other cleanup skills.
None.
They just want Curtis to like really find them. So I guess
that's what happens in your feelings and your emotions.
Yeah, but that was I think that was the point. Other than them leaving the file, they probably should have went ahead and grabbed the file. But I think that was the point, just to definitely draw out Curtis. And he, they kept saying, "We're not trying to hurt you. We just want your boy Curtis." You know what I mean? And so they got her tied up after she finally wakes up in this random warehouse, and they're questioning her, who is Curtis, or where is Curtis? I don't know who you're talking about. I haven't seen him in this amount of time. Like, she's playing the role. She's playing the role until they decided they're gonna threaten her family, and then I guess family over everything, y'all, because she was like, "Oh, hold up, here go the number right here. Call this." And they end up calling Curtis, and we about to get to a big reveal, y'all. I love this moment. So after all the back and forth with, finally getting Curtis on the phone, and Curtis is saying, and keep in mind, y'all, just in case y'all forgot, Lil Vegas was definitely a part of this whole intricate plot as well. Just so y'all know, he definitely did his part. He was providing surveillance, all the information that Curtis needed to kind of help him take down the Giddy gang. And we're gonna see at the end some other people that he assisted in taking down. But Curtis got to the warehouse. I'm like, bro, why you walking in there by yourself? Like, what is going on? Curtis Duncan, bounty hunter. And so he kind of ready to pop off, but he's literally there naked, no weapon, trying to explain to the Giddy gang that, hey, I had nothing to do with, taking out Johnny Boy. That wasn't me. But y'all, the next thing we get is a pop here and a pop there. And literally before I read it, or before I finished reading it, I said, that's Lauren. So did anybody forecast or have any thoughts? And we can start EJ, Kira, Letitia, and then Monique. Any thoughts on just the way that whole scene played out?
I knew she was coming, so I was ready. I was just waiting on her. I was like, she's gonna come save the day, because she's trying to earn her spot. Like, she's trying to earn her job. because Curtis tripping, like don't want her to be a part of this whole family business. They got their own little family business, you know what I'm saying? So look, I need to be a part of this. So let me go ahead and save you so you know that I got your back. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't shocked that Maya got her butt drugged over there, but I feel like Santana was moving off of emotion and not really with smarts. Like he's all upset that his boss is gone, but not really thinking about like the next steps. And I feel like nobody else is going to say anything. Even if Simeon wanted to say something, I feel like he's not going to say anything. He's just kind of let this ride out. So I just think that when people move off of emotion, they mess up. And that's how I felt about Santana. I was like, this is stupid. Like, dude. But, you know, at the end of the day, I can't remember, y'all. Remind me, Simeon didn't get got, right?
No.
Okay. No. Okay. That's why I just wanted to make sure, because I was like, I don't think Simeon got.
No. If he did, his name was definitely not mentioned.
Okay. I just making sure, because I was trying to remember.
Nope, that's just Santana's dumb behind over there. Like you said.
Okay, that's what I thought. But I was like, I don't think they got Simeon, but I'm pretty sure they had got Santana. But that just leaves that just makes me think like now I'm thinking about something else. But go ahead.
Yes, and Simeon got on out the back door or wherever he went to. I don't even know, because I'm like, were you there? Were you not there? Because he was poof like a ghost. He was gone. Okay, Santana was definitely moving off those emotions, and we knew Lauren was going to come in and do what she do best. Okay, it was just only a matter of time. Put me in the game, coach. So I was glad to see Lauren doing what she do. And team up and come save her big brother, because he just don't want her to get hurt. That's his whole thing. She's fully capable, but you know, big brothers, he's like, no, I don't want you to get hurt. That's why he don't want her to partner, but she's definitely ready. So that's why I need the next, since we rolled off at the end, just roll right on into Lauren. Give us another book.
That part.
Yeah, I love that she showed up for him and everything, and also just puts him in the position where it's like, you need to stop trying to be the martyr, because like, sir, let someone help you. Okay, you can't do everything by yourself. I mean, you could, but what's the point of that? And here we are. You got, like you said, family business. And as far as Simeon goes, I was like, oh, it was really cute, because I'm like, we have kind of like the battle of the tech guys, because they both was on it. But I would really I'm thinking more collaboration. I was really hoping that the Giddy Boys would become part of the table, kind of like the Brotherhood, and Simeon and Nevada could like kind of work together. They'll just be in opposite areas of the world or whatever. But that's what I'm hoping for, because where is Simeon at this point? Is he a loose end? Or can we persuade him to come on over to the other side? Come on over here. That's all I'm saying. Because he's good at what he does. So
is he though? I
mean,
Nevada better.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no question about that. But I'm just saying, he can replace Rob, because Rob used to do the backup for Nevada, so he can replace Rob for sure. He could be the number 2.
I mean, but this is Curtis's business, so he's not part of that other business. So it got to be something with.
True. But he could be part of his team, though. Curtis's team. There's no reason why people can't collaborate. That's all I'm saying.
When Nevada's busy, we hand it to Simeon.
I mean, it is a reason, because he did so well with the Giddy gang. Like, no.
Most of absolutely.
If Curtis can forgive him enough for trying to take him out, like maybe he could. Maybe he could, but I don't know. Simeon,
I'm just no ops.
He have no leader.
Thin ice with Curtis. I don't know.
Right now, they have no leader, though.
But they had other lieutenants. They had Antoine Baptiste. They had what, 5 lieutenants, if I'm not mistaken?
They had 5 lieutenants.
Right, but didn't they get got?
I don't remember hearing that they got got.
I remember they getting got.
There was a couple of them that got when he snuck in that cigar club. He took some of them. He took some of them out.
They didn't say
I think it was 2. We don't know their names, so
I don't know.
Lori Mayo say, "I love you, Letitia, with your grand dream."
Ain't it grand though? Ain't it grand?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying you're greater together. Uncle LC has always built a table based on collaboration. Even if those people are his freaking enemies, they sit at the table together for a greater good. That's all I'm saying. There's no reason for us not to be able to build. Listen, a connect is a connect. That's all I'm saying. You got to get the job done.
But right now, this is Curtis's world. So I don't think that for a while, Curtis's world and his family business Duncan world will collab. Other than what Vegas and Nevada and what his sister does, so just so far, who knows? Possibilities are limited. You know what I mean?
But he proved himself because he said he wanted to do this on his own. He didn't want to call his Uncle LC, but he brought him up, not me. He brought up Uncle LC. That's all I'm saying.
But in theory, Curtis is the good guy. And in theory, the Duncans are not. Theory.
True. That's true.
Like in theory, Curtis in this world is the good guy, bringing in in different ways, in ways that are unorthodox, but yet he's still going after the bad guy. In theory, technically, because I hate to say it, it hurts me to say it, but in theory, the Duncans are not exactly the good guys in this whole thing.
Tell it to Michael Diamond, okay? Tell it to Michael Diamond.
I'm just telling you what it is. I mean, an op is an op. Michael Diamond is an op always. I'm always gonna root for my Duncans. They good to me, but I'm just saying in theory. In theory only.
You had some, Miss Kira?
No, ma'am, because we're not about to talk about the Duncans like that. Come on, cousin Duncan.
Thank you.
Don't worry about what side of the law, the right side of the law they on. They on the side they need to be on.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I'm just making a point. Hold on, I'm just making a point about Curtis is where he's at. Like, so they can't really mash because Curtis technically is supposed to, when he's in bounty hunter mode, he's a good guy. When he get back over here with the family,
they be meshing.
It's different.
You be doing stuff for the family, and they be commingling a little bit.
That's why I say we in two separate worlds, though. We in two separate worlds right now.
Except for when it comes to Nevada.
I mean, Nevada is equal opportunity. He's just
because Uncle LC told him not to be doing all that stuff that Nevada be doing.
But Nevada, he don't do it. He just got to say it because he's a parent. That's what you do as a, he raised him. So, he got to say it.
Okay, all right, ladies, move right along. After Lauren comes in and saves the day, and few bodies have been dropped. Bodies have been dropped. We finally get to the moment where they're trying to map this whole situation out. They're trying to figure out how are Wimbush as well as Johnny Boy connected. And so they find out that Johnny Boy as well as Wimbush and Bowen held ownership in Bong Bagay, some mining, which was registered in Haiti, but also registered in Delaware and the Cayman Islands, and all of this over some gold and copper and rare minerals. And so there was a plan that was also written out to change the structure, change in operational structure, meaning this was a whole plan to go ahead and take Johnny Boy out. Like Johnny Boy was just not, I don't want to say Johnny Boy wasn't good enough, but they wanted the shares that Johnny Boy possessed. And Johnny Boy had 60%.
Yeah, 60
of the shares. And so they were trying to, that's the whole, what it all boiled down to. Right. Great. That's why this whole plot came into play, where this is why Johnny Boy was out. This is why, because they wanted his possessions, his percentage. Miss Kira, Monique, Letitia, and EJ, any thoughts on how dirty they did this man? Like, we were working together. All of a sudden, y'all want to betray me and take me out, or either get me locked up.
I mean, we knew this back in chapter like two or three that they was greedy and they was setting him up for the fall, and then they were doing it under the guise that like he was being flashy, but at the end of the day, y'all just wanted controlling interest, and he was just a casualty. So we're like, get him out the way, and then we're gonna swoop in and oops, it was an accident, and just take over. So yeah, it was clear. Just the plan didn't go how they thought it was gonna go because they underestimated Johnny Boy, and we love to see it, even though they kind of got him in the end, though. So. That was unfortunate. I thought he was gonna make it.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
It all boiled down to greed.
Definitely greed. I mean, 20% is pretty good, especially in your position. You supposed to be on the up and up, and you're a politician at that. Y'all, 20% is a great deal in my opinion. But like you said, it's greed, and yeah, it's just crazy how that can take over someone. And also I think that's why Johnny Boy had to know that they might try to do some shady stuff from the beginning. That's why you had the court scene. That's why he like, yeah, something going down, I'm getting arrested for what? And then kind of find out they was gonna take him out when he get transported to the prison. They got somebody waiting on him to take him out. So yeah, he had to have that in the back of his mind, because I think I heard or I read that they had asked him in the past about changing the percentage, and he said no. So he had to, like, you know, be on guard for them too. So yeah.
Yeah, because why would I change my percentage? Be so for real.
It's giving colonizer spirit. Because why do you want more than 20% for something that you don't have? You didn't do anything for. This is not your land. Because you're a colonizer. That's why. So yeah. Nope. Another reason why.
You're right.
I did not read them as us. Because
yep.
They always want your stuff. Want to take your stuff. Didn't care if they didn't work for none of it. Just want your stuff. They see you have it and thought you could take you out too.
After everything done been laid out and things running smoothly, you go want for the change of the plans because you got greedy. I'm like, oh my goodness. 20%.
You do all the work. I'll take all the credits.
All right. That's what I said. 20% is a good number for their position, because like you making all this money and then technically you aren't supposed to be. Like,
yep.
Yepers. Mm-hmm. My opinion is that, to Tisha's point about what she believes those two to be, I believe that one of them is and the other one is not. When I was talking about it with Ben, he was just saying that that one of them, they never said who, what, when, what, none of that. Like it was never, it never came about as to what it was. So I think it is left to interpretation of the reader as to how they envision it or picture it per se. But I kind of like, when I was reading it, I was like, because I was thinking like how you was thinking, Tisha. But then I was like, I really think that Winbush is not. I think that Winbush is very much, you know, one of us. But I think that Bowen is not.
See, I was thinking opposite. I could see the AG being us, but Winbush, I was like, too much. And he almost described himself. He was like, yeah, he grew up with 4 brothers and all. He almost described himself as a redneck. Like to me, that's how I was reading it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're big burly dudes who learned how to fight. They know he came from the other side of the tracks. That's kind of how he seemed to have described himself. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was not going to go down without a fight either. You know, which is part of the reason why he was so cocky about everything. He like, nah, I done fought too hard to be here. So you're not about to just take me. I'm not about to shake in fear. I didn't get one up against more than just you. So, and I got here. So oh well, till we gonna ride till we die. You know what I'm saying? That's how he seemed like that was his attitude.
Yeah.
Right.
I could see both ways.
Yeah.
I
I
can
think
see
you
the
can interpret
trailer
it
park.
however. Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer park tracks or the hood
Yeah.
tracks. Yeah.
Because it could be either or. Because I remember in grand opening, LC them described themselves as people who lived on the opposite end of the track. So I think that you could interpret it I think everybody can interpret it a different way. You could think Bowen was or that they both were. Because I think when I first read it, I thought they both were. And then later I decided that they weren't. But in the beginning, I was like, it gotta be. So I think it could go either way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and at the end of the day, anybody in the chat, what's your perspective on who these characters are? Because in just a moment, we're gonna get into who you guys would cast for a couple of these, if not all, a couple of these characters in Curtis Duncan Bounty Hunter. It's definitely a great conversational piece.
Did Tika freeze?
Did you see where I say this shit?
With
Oh,
that,
I was like, oh my God, is that me? Let me be still.
You see me? I'm like, I was in the middle of drinking. I'm like,
Oh no.
She was frozen
Okay.
for a second. Like,
we buffering and we frozen, but we back. Blame it on the winter.
Okay.
That's all. I mean, blame it on this
Okay.
cold weather. But at the end of the day, we still here, y'all. And we're gonna hurry up and wrap this up before we get stuck in the algorithm again. But but with that though, we see where, of course, Lauren is still on the scene. She's gonna stand by until she clears till they get her brother's name cleared. Maya is working effortlessly to clear her boo thing's name. Girl, I had to get the word out my mouth. But they finally go over there to Michael Lawson and hand him a whole folder to expose Wimbush. Shows all of the money laundering and him working, hand in hand with Johnny Boy. Shows that there was a plot or a plan to actually take out Johnny Boy. And then y'all, after all is exposed, because now this got to go on the news, this got to go in the papers, this has to be spread worldwide. So not only that, but then once they find out, they also find out, they end up pulling up, literally, I love the word pulling up, they end up pulling up on damn it, Wimbush, his wife,
and his family,
the chilling. They put up on all of them at the airport. It's like, baby, Miss Ma'am, you come with us. You, Becky, come with us. Your husband is about to get locked up. They won't let him out. And I was like, yes. Congrats. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Vegas. Thank you, Lauren, for pulling up, for getting this man shut down and clearing Curtis's name. So EJ, Letitia, Kira, Monique, talk to us about just all this information finally getting put out there, and they finally came to snatch Wimbush up.
It is what it is. At the end of the day, when you know that you're doing something dirty, you got to be 2 steps ahead. Like, you can't just think, like, you got to always have a plan. Like, the way I would have already been gone on that plane, like, I'm just in case this don't work out, let me already be gone. Let me already be out the country. Let me already be somewhere safe. Y'all wanted me in a safe house? Let me go put myself in a safe place. No extradition type of safe place.
Right.
That's what I would have done. But that just goes to show that sometimes people think they are above everything. I mean, he's been moving that way for the longest. Thought he had got humbled for like a second, but clearly he didn't get humbled enough, because, here he is still doing the same exact thing. So there's that. So, it is what it is.
Yep. While he was begging his wife to come back, he should have been like, let's go on vacation right then.
That part.
And they could have just went on off into the sunset at that point. But you know what? Honestly, I thought it was going to be another twist when Maya turned in the story. I thought that perhaps her boss might have been bought. And I was afraid at first. I was like, oh Lord. But when they put the story through and everything, and it was on the front page, breaking news. I was like, okay, yes, we made it. We made it to the finish line.
Look at Letitia anticipate for the worst.
I was too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Just like, oh no, because I mean, people have, when they have resources in high places and different places, I'm like, it's just very possible. So I was like, oh, I'm so glad we made it so good. Yeah, he got what he deserved. Yep. So too bad, so sad for the family though.
That part.
I was with Letitia or poor Maya. I was like, how many more pages do we have left? I thought Maya's gonna be fighting for her life in the garage again, but we made it out. Homeboy thought he was bigger than the program and never thought he was gonna get caught, thought he was gonna get away with it. That thing hit the news and he was like, let's go. But he should have been gone, like you said, done got that wife to come back there and roll her and them kids right into some stuff. I was pretty pleased because he was feeling himself a little bit too much. He should have got going a longer time ago, but he didn't think nothing was going to happen. He didn't think it was going to come out. So yeah, karma, consequences.
Yep, got him.
Ain't quick on ass. Got him is right, but yeah, I just feel bad for his wife though and the kids. Up that line to that lady, like everything is clear, and then your face on the front page of the paper.
Right.
With every breakdown, every detail between you and Bowen and the Haitian drug dealer.
and the unalivement of Johnny Boy.
Yep. Yeah, so I just feel bad for the wife and the kids. And shout out to Maya for breaking down. It took 2 hours to encrypt, to break down that the files and stuff. So they encrypted file. I'm like, dang.
Okay.
She had to put everything together, linked everything together, and Lauren just there being on guard. Like, do you need any tea? Need something to drink? Need something to eat? These 2 hours, get her, keep her energized as she break this stuff down.
Okay, that part. Because at the end of the day, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was done.
I was just gonna say, at the end of the day, I think that Johnny Boy was the real MVP. I don't care what nobody say. Johnny Boy is the real MVP. He just, he let his emotions just get to him. He didn't have to go. He should have just took them out from the jump. Like, while he was up here trying to play this game, same way you took Bowen out, you should have went ahead and took Winbush out the same exact way. He was cocky enough to not go nowhere, so you should have just went ahead and bumped that wife and them kids. You didn't care about Bowen wife and kids, so you should have just went ahead and took them out and called it a day.
Roll up on at the house. Yeah,
because they did him dirty. They did him dirty. This should have been you should have done them at the same exact time. That way they couldn't even have time to plan for it. You done them both at the same time. Like, while they getting a home invasion over here, you couldn't have been at both of them, and that's okay. That's why you got number 2s, and that's why you got 5 lieutenants, so that you can make sure stuff get done. You know what I mean? Like, that's all they had to do. So that was, I ain't gonna blame Johnny Boy, because Johnny Boy the victim in all of this.
I just wish Johnny Boy didn't pick up what's the name phone. And let it be known that he on his ass.
Yeah. You're right.
Emotions, feeling himself again. But I think, he thought he was going to get to it a lot sooner than he did. So, and, Drexel did drop the ball. So there's that.
But it shouldn't have even came to Drexel. It should have just came to, like, y'all tried me. Like, I'm going to go ahead and get this done right now. Instead, you out here trying to play these little games. Anybody got time for games, Johnny? Anybody got time for that? You got to move quick, fast, and in a hurry. And you got to get the hell up out of Dodge. Why is you lingering around like you not a wanted man? Like, you just didn't break out the whole jail system or the whole
because I didn't think Johnny Boy was going to be going and that Winbush was going to make it to the end and
he was in his bunker, EJ. He was in his bunker chilling. Then he got ambushed.
Yeah, he got. But at the end of the day, y'all. Any last thoughts on the exposure? Make sure everybody had an opportunity.
When Winbush got down, I'm like, so it still didn't tell her who popped him. When I got to that point, I'm like, okay, who popped Johnny Boy?
Okay. But so mentioning that, dealing with Raynard, we find out, after, of course, him and cousin Curtis, they've squashed their beef and all of that. But we also find out that the person that popped Johnny Boy was Vincent Kane. I'm giving Vincent Kane the Fine Sexy Award in my mind. I don't even know what he looked like, but he fine and sexy because he was able to handle his business and beat feet. And then moving into the epilogue real quick, and we're gonna get to these castings. They Maya and Curtis, they get their goodbye kiss. That's all I took from out of that, because that's all I really wanted to see was some heat between the two of them. They got the little kiss, and he was telling her, well, you can always come back to Waycross and come and visit us and come visit me, and maybe we can do some things, but in the midst of that, he ends up getting another call. Curtis gets another call. Of course, Lauren is over there. Mama said we got to be home for dinner it's Sunday, but in the meantime, in between time, this is when we find out that Vincent Kane is the one that unalived Johnny Boy, and there's a bounty. So that's the new job. That's the new job that Curtis is on. He ain't going back to Waycross. He's going to find out where this Vincent Kane is. So we wrapping it up, ladies. Any final thoughts on the information that we found out, as well as with Vincent Kane, as well as the kiss between cousin Curtis and Maya? And
I was hoping it was more than a kiss.
Yeah,
exactly. If they weren't bumping, then I was like, that's all y'all gonna give us at the end of this? That's it?
No, they said chapter 2. That's it.
Book 2.
Exactly.
Right.
I was like, that's it.
We only got a couple of
nothing
pages.
else.
That's it.
Yeah, I was like, that kiss ain't jack. I'm gonna need y'all to do more than that. Y'all might not see each other for another 20-something years or so.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Curtis back ain't gonna
get
be
him
strong.
something he can feel.
Okay.
Maya gonna find her way to Curtis. Okay, I'm convinced. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Her career is important to her though. So, and I feel like
he'll find a story around him. He got a story and Curtis, follow it.
But Curtis is a nomad. He could totally be in DC, but he the one talking about it's not his type of party. Well, sir.
So he says.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, he ain't trying to wife her. He just trying to see what it's like. That's it. What?
Okay.
His mama's
look, I don't have no problem with that. Look, I don't have no problem with that. But
y'all know Curtis ain't trying to wife nobody.
That's why what's the name was on him at the top? Marcia.
Yeah. She broke it down to him. But any more thoughts? Any last thoughts before we get to this casting list, y'all? I just want to say real quick, I'm sorry I'm putting lotion on, but my elbows is killing me over here. With that, y'all, I thoroughly enjoyed reading this book. I really, really tried to take my time and read and listen, or read and then absorb everything that I was reading. I'm sure I forgot some things, and of course, this is something that'll make me go back and read, or whenever it come out on the audible version, I'll listen to that as well. But again, I really, really enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the book in its entirety. And so with that being said, y'all, I did say we do have some casting situations going on. Let's see, the first one I see is Miss Kira. So Miss Kira, talk to us. Tell us about your casting.
Listen, I told you all my folks is brown. That's what I got. That's where my brain went. Even as I was reading the story, and I was like, and then some of them I got to the end of the book and I was like, I probably could have changed a couple of things. Sticky Fingers, Mike Epps, he's serious. He's not that serious. He's a little bit of a clown. That's why he got what he got. So I went with Mike Epps. Santana, I love me some Wood, baby. He can do all the things. And sometimes he don't have it all together either. So we went with him. Drexel, I went with Mr. Bodies, because bodies, but not really, because oops, we messed up that last one.
Okay.
Tika Sumter, not our Tika, that Tika for for Maya because she just looked like,
Oh,
she
okay.
be in some stuff. I had said Tiana Taylor before for Detective Marcia. She gonna give it to him straight, put that thing on him and do all the things. And then we go with Mr. Harris's brother, Steve Harris, because he be in the tub soaking because I thought he was guilty at first. So that's sorry, Ray. I thought you had done it, and so it was in the tub for you, bubbling. So that's why I gave it to Steve Harris.
Okay.
And then Winbush, he give Michael Ealy vibes. You cocky, you giving light skin, you giving, you think everything is going to be all right. And, that's why you didn't get away at the end. And Beth, I think, was the wife. She didn't play, so I gave Solange because, she would thump him up in the elevator.
Not my birthday
And
twin.
She gonna fight him in the elevator.
She's going to give him a 1-2, pluck him behind his ears, tell him to get right, get tight. And then Bowen, I gave Hill Harper because he was given, polished, put together. And I don't know, just Google just came to mind when I came to the wife. I don't even remember what the wife's name was. But that those were my picks. Oh, and then I forgot about Simeon. I gave to Niles Finch, who was This Is Us, child. He just gave me tech and smart.
Yeah.
And then initially I did have Da Vinci like EJ, but y'all be saying how he acts, he ain't such a great actor for Antoine. So I was between Da Vinci because he fine and Haitian. And Kofi, I know Kofi's not Haitian, but I figured,
He can roll with it.
we might be able to
He can roll
do
with
either
it.
of
We can
them.
look at it.
He's a better actor, but Da Vinci fine. He hates Haitian, so
Listen,
Those are
okay,
my
that part.
He's there for the
Black.
feel.
okay.
I like
Everybody
this cast.
Okay. All right, Miss Kira, thank you. And then let's see, we got what's this? EJ, this your list, EJ?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to explain it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I just want you to look at it. That's all.
My bad. So here we go. We got Bowen. I gave him to Leonardo because I was like, he given, and he needed. I remembered the wife was blonde or something. I do think that we heard that in the book that the wife was blonde. So I went with those two. Reynard, I was like, he needs to be somebody that Curtis feel like he can jack up, but yet he really can't jack up. They just let him jack up. So I went with Tretch because I was like, I feel like Tretch I put the cap on him, but Tretch with the bald head is who I'm really thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like I would go there. And then of course for Wimbush, I had to go with Tate. You know what I'm saying? Because why not? And then I feel like they need a new upcoming actor to play Tate's wife.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why I'm laughing. Like, wait a minute.
You are a mess.
I'm like, you would have Tate as Wimbush and you the wife as wild.
Oh my god.
So sorry.
Lord have mercy.
I should have did that one last because I can't even be serious right now.
He's clouding a little bit. It's okay.
Woo, okay. I'll get myself together. Okay, Detective Marcy. I can't do it. Detective Marcia is gonna be Coco because I just figured she's gonna be this chocolate woman. I forgot I had put that there. This was so funny.
Is that Coco Jones?
Yeah, that's Coco.
We see Wimbush's wife. Yes.
I forgot I put myself in there, y'all. That's why it's so hilarious to me because I did this.
Lord.
Okay, so Drexel, I was like, he giving hitman, so we gonna go get the hitman. So I don't even know what his name is. I just know he played in Hitman. And so for, we got the regular cast up here, got to put them up there so we get the full picture. And for Maya, I went with Ashley Williams because she's giving tomboy, but yet I can turn into a butterfly, but I can still, you know what I'm saying? So I like her. I feel, and they look good together. It's like caramel and caramel. It's like they gonna have some good haired babies. I don't know. It's just something about it. And then of course we got the Giddy Gang. You gotta have Marlo as Antoine Baptiste. I mean, he just gotta be in here, period. And then I figured since Hannah needed to be somebody that already looked scary, but we can just put a scar on him and you'll be like, dang, I want to mess with him. I forgot his name. something. I can't think of his name, but y'all know who he is. Y'all see him. And then I had Da Vinci for Simeon because I figured we can make him. Simeon needs to be fine, and he needs to be fine and smart. He don't need to just be, had that nerve. He needs to be fine and smart. And I think we throw some glasses on Da Vinci, and there we go. You know what I'm saying? Fine and smart glasses. Hello, Sticky Fingers. I don't know. Every time I thought about Sticky Fingers, I thought about Mojo. Like I just thought that
I think Candy would love that.
I thought he just fit the thing so much. I picture Sticky Fingers just being this person that's just running around taking stuff, and it just feel like he gonna make a joke about everything. Like he's not a real criminal, just criminal-ish. And then of course Johnny Boy needed to be somebody that was suave. And see, this what threw me off because I had to go back to an older person. Because at first, who did I have for him? I can't remember who I had. I had somebody totally different for Johnny Boy. Somebody younger. And but then I realized, I said, oh, he older. I said, you know what? It's only one person that's gonna get up in here and do this right. He already done proved it over there in the Shy that he could be politician, he can be, he can fit in with the other people, and he can you know what I'm saying? Like he got the thing. So I was like, Johnny Boy strikes me as the type that he's no nonsense, but he could sit with a politician and you wouldn't even think twice about it. And I feel like that's what I ain't gonna call him Duda, but I feel like that's what he given.
Right.
So that's my Giddy Gang. That's mine, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all know the rest of them. Okay. Sorry. Shout out to the upcoming actress for Tate's wife. Shout out to you, girl. You got this.
Come on, Mrs. Winbush.
Right. Okay, Miss Winbush.
You know what? I could totally see Franklin. I forgot his real name. The one that plays Franklin in Divorce Sisters.
Damson. In Divorce Sisters. Never mind.
Yeah, in Divorce Sisters. I could see him as either Bowen or Winbush. Probably.
Not Winbush. One of them. Maybe Bowen.
Maybe Bowen for sure. And then also, when you said 45, when I read 45, I was like, okay, so I'm thinking maybe Delroy Lindo for Johnny Boy.
Yeah.
But calling somebody that old boy.
Listen, they don't never change it, child. Yeah.
True that. I mean, I get it. And it's because of his actual name. But I get it. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for my list, yeah, I picked the people that I watch on TV all the freaking time. So y'all gotta forgive me. That's just what I like and who I feel will do the job. And I didn't give everybody a wife and all that other stuff. I'm just saying in advance. But for my Sia, I picked Ashley Williams. Y'all know her from Double Cross. Of course, Ben Stevens is gonna be cousin Curtis Duncan. Melissa L. Williams for me is just giving Maya. The reason why I did those two ladies the way that I did, Marcia is she's more athletic. She's feminine, but she's more athletic to me. So police, detective type person. That's why I chose Ashley. And then Melissa L. Williams, I was giving her Maya. She's giving news reporter. She's also a nosy. You can tell me no, but I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway. So that's why I chose her. Russell Thomas, y'all know him from The Oval. That's who I chose as Winbush. He looked like he'll snitch. He looked like he'll get popped. He looked like he'll do all the things. He'll get snatched up and get arrested like he should have. They should have popped him first. And as far as Bowens go, I went a little different. And only because I'm kind of infatuated with this man a little bit. Alan, okay. That is
Sank.
From Power Force, from Power Force, and that's why I went with him. As far as Reynard, I chose Walter Fauntleroy. That's Sam from The Oval.
I was gonna say, is that Sam?
That's Sam. He seems like, him and Curtis would be friends, and he'll do some dumb ish and get Curtis hemmed up behind his mess. So that's why I chose him. Then the Giddy Gang. So listen, I had to go light skin, don't care what y'all say. My Simeon is Dion Rome, aka Fuego. Yes, definitely got to bring all the Queen's men in there. And then my Santana, because he's buff and he's bodies, he'll take out some
Girl,
bodies. Stevie Banks
let her live
Jr.
on this one.
And we know, hush, stay over there. and I actually agreed without even knowing Letitia about Delroy Lindo as Johnny Boy. Like we didn't even talk about this. So we're here on that one. And as far as Antoine Baptiste, I had to choose Kelman here just because we could bring a little more brightness to the scene. And then of course my comedic thug, but can be scary. I still want to stick with Jawan Jones. He's been in a lot of projects. He just had a Christmas project with Melissa L. Williams. And then last but not least, y'all, my Vincent Kane is gonna be Joshua Adeyeye. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
That's why you said what you said earlier. Talking about it sound like someone you can take down.
Tattoos, muscles, and take it down. Anyway, but yeah, that was it. That was it. And again, y'all, we're not on the casting. We're not, responsible for any of this, but we're just having fun with it. You never know. I hope that there's definitely a book. A movie or a series or a movie that's gonna come out after this book because we really need it. But with that being said, y'all, that's it. We have literally talked about 43 plus episodes and the epilogue or book chapters. I keep saying episodes of Curtis Duncan Bounty Hunter. We made it. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who stuck with us these last 4 weeks. Shout out to Ben Stevens for creating, he and LaJill Hunt for creating such an awesome piece of work. We're looking forward to everything that comes out. Hopefully this will make it. No, it will make it to New York's bestseller. So for sure. With that being said, we're gonna go down the line, starting with Monique, Miss Kira, Letitia, and then EJ. You could just take us out of here. Final thoughts and whatever you have coming up on your prospective channels, ladies.
I enjoyed this book club. Got me back into reading. So thank y'all. Because it's been a minute since I've, picked up a physical book. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I enjoyed this book. I can't wait to the next one. Because we definitely got to find the shooter. Because we got Wimbush. That's what I'm like, but he's not the hitter. He just put in it to happen. But yeah, so I had a feeling that was gonna be a loose end. So I can't wait to the next one, and I hope soon that this will be on the New York bestsellers list. So, and what I got coming up, Sisters, Beyond the Gates, Married to Medicine, and probably talk about that Ryan Murphy show, The Beauty on FX. So, yeah, just hit the notification bell, subscribe, do all the good things. Hit the like button for your girl.
Hey.
I, like Mo, have not picked up a physical book in a minute. They back here, but they, I dust them, so they're not collecting dust. But they, anyway, go ahead and get you a copy. Your mama, your auntie, your sister, everybody. It was a great read. It was a quick read. The chapters were short, one flowed into the next, concise, descriptive at the same time. Like I think Tika says, it's giving you like episodes or different scenes in a show. So it was really good. I enjoyed it. I was looking for more when I got to the end. I was like, that's it. That's all. Okay. We on to the next book. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think you should read it. And I either will physically pick up the book and read it again, or wait till it comes on Audible and listen to it a couple times. Anything I might have missed or didn't look, because I missed the blonde hair. I gave y'all a black blonde or something. I digress. Anyway, I did a weekly huddle earlier. We talked a little bit about the next verses that's coming up, and Don Lemon airing out Nicki Minaj, and just the rest of what's on in the month of January. And join us Tuesday for Married to Medicine on Shanna MCD's channel. And other than that, keep your notifications on.
I definitely enjoyed this book club. I enjoyed the book. Congratulations to Ben and LaJill. We look forward to whatever is next and to seeing this on our screens as well. I too will wait for the audio because this was a labor of love to actually be turning pages because I'm used to listening to my Libby or my Audible, but he gave me a chance to pull out my handy dandy bookmark. So I'm really excited about that. This was a good storyline. I do love how we got some background and I always, I like side stories anyway. So I love seeing that his character was standing on his own and all that sort of thing. It's just a really good story. And I like that we got introduced to some new characters, even if they did have to go. But because I was really looking forward to something in the future with Johnny Boy. I really was. But anyways, as far as my channel goes, y'all, again, Happy New Year to y'all. I am just now jumping back in. I had not been feeling well. It's been kind of rough the first couple of weeks. So I'll just be jumping back in. So just keep your notifications on. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll be back with my Beyond the Gates content. Okay. And thanks again for the opportunity. I always appreciate being up here with y'all.
Of course. Oh, me, Tika, or were you did you have anything on your channel?
Y'all just keep your notifications on. Just keep your notifications on. We got sisters. That's the one thing I know for sure. Sisters. Keep your notifications on all these sisters. Okay. There you go, EJ.
That's what's up. As far as my channel is concerned, this is my Family Business Sunday for now. Next week, of course, I'll do something different for Family Business Sunday. I don't know what it is, so just keep your notifications on. We'll see what it is. I may drop something else. I may talk about Nowhere Man. I think Tika's actually going to talk about is it Nowhere to Run? Nowhere Man? I can't remember. It's on Stars.
Nowhere Man.
It's good. Yeah, I think Tika might talk about it on her channel as well. I'll just go ahead and plug that in for her. But and she's been recapping his and hers, y'all. So definitely check that out if you want it in an episodic type of thing. If you want it all in one, then we definitely have some recaps on TDT, and we also did a live show on TV Junkie. So either or. And then as far as TDT is concerned, on Mondays we try to drop our first impression over a new show or series. So check that out. We are working on Bridgerton. It was a lot, when we jumped into this thing, it was a lot. So we have been recapping it. We hope to have the rest of it done before the 29th when the new season comes out. So if you're into Bridgerton, then please make sure that you are locked into TDT because we're going to be talking about Bridgerton, of course. I love me some Bridgerton. And then we got to pick a new book. Like we literally got to pick a new book, and it's going to be on Audible because y'all know your girl had to find a way to listen to this book in a void. Because, I tried my hardest. I did it for the first, then I figured it out.
The first 5.
Yeah, you're right. I was about to say no, but you're right. The first 5. And then I found a way to listen to it through Kindle. So we gonna find something else. I got a couple of options. I'll throw them out there in the poll. I'll give them to everybody else and let them put them in their poll and see what y'all think about it. And figure out another book that we can do for February, of course. So y'all have plenty of time to go ahead and get your Audible since it ain't got to come to you. It's Audible. Okay. And then later, actually in a few minutes, we're about to hop on and we're going to have our monthly game night. So y'all, it's going to be fun. I'll be doing some random stuff. It's going to be interesting for sure. And if you like music, if you like that type of stuff, then you definitely want to head on over there. And if you definitely want to hear some shenanigans, I trust me, head on over to the next live that we're about to have. Y'all will see it pop up in just a minute. But other than that, y'all, we appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to Ben. He really, really wanted to be here, y'all. He tried so hard His flight was late and he couldn't do it. Y'all know all the storms. So shout out to him for coming each and every week and hanging out with us. Again, this was unique because you usually don't get the author to come up and actually hang out with you as far as the book to get another perspective of it. I would have loved to hear his perspective about the ending of it.
Yeah.
Or I would have loved for him to share his perspective to everybody else about the ending of it. I would have loved for that. Since everybody had such different perspectives, I would have loved for us to hear what his actual thought process was. But you never know. We might still get it. But if you did not catch our full interview, we actually did a interview with Ben, and we learned so many different things about him, family, and all that type of stuff. So if you haven't caught that yet, please go ahead and check that out. We'll also be dropping our review. We'll be dropping our interview with Rob Diggy. That'll be coming up this week. And we'll also drop our interview with Alain Uwe as well this week as well. So please check that out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and all the things, y'all. And that's it. Let's get over here and have some fun. Okay, make these people mad. They finna be mad, y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.
Talk that!